We are just about to leave and make our way over, kind of there, to Sestri Levante. Look at the bottom of the keel there. It's 1.7 metres down. We're just going to have to bounce around a bit until it frees itself. Good morning. We're anchored just around the corner from Portofino and we are just about to leave and make our way over, kind of there, to Sestri Levante. We're going to try and find ourselves a nice anchorage there. So I'm just about to put the tender away and then we'll sail off the anchor with the engine running as another drill, and then we'll start making our way over there. Just putting the tender away, but as I do that, just wanted to show you the water here. Look at the bottom of the keel there. It's 1.7 metres down. Crystal clear.
While Chris is getting the boat ready for us to leave to go to Sestri Levante, I've been preparing our lunch so we can eat on the way. It's just boiled eggs, salad, tomato, olives, and like we do in Italy, also I've added some olive oil and a tiny bit of salt.
Vai diritto con il timone un po'. Tack.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. As you're doing that, Cazzararanda.
Come dire, tira.
Tira, tira. Going to have to bounce around a bit until it frees itself. So we were having difficulty in bringing up the anchor and I couldn't understand why. However, I can now see what's going on. We appear to have picked up another anchor and chain. We may even be able to salvage them and keep them. There are no other boats being dragged along behind us, so we're not connected to another boat. So yeah, I'm going to try and get these up on deck. Wish me luck. Yeah, okay. Thank you. That is a very big and heavy anchor and chain combination. So I'm going to have to scratch my head a wee bit. What's making this 10 times more difficult and a bit more dangerous too, is that every 5 minutes a motorboat speeds past or a ferry, the boat starts rocking around, so I'm having to be very careful with what I'm doing here. Right, I think we're nearly there now. I've got the new anchor tied off with 2 lines going to the cleats here. I do have at all times a knife on the boat here, so if I need to cut any of this free, then I can do. I could probably think of 50 better ways of doing this afterwards when I've got a bit more time, but now I just need to get rid of this problem. So if you're looking at this and thinking, why didn't you do that, then yeah, you're probably right. This is so much more difficult to do with a camera in your hand. I'm going to come back to you shortly. We've got our 3rd crew member, Fred, to help us out here so that Rossella can film while I'm doing stuff at the bow. I don't normally do this. Usually when we're motor sailing, I do put up a motoring cone. However, at the moment, I don't have a restricted inability to manoeuvre sign to put up, the balls and all the rest of it, so this is quite handy because people treat us as a sailboat and give us a bit of a wide berth while we're messing around with this. Let's go! Okay, now this one's slack. Now it's just a case of unravelling our anchor around this anchor and chain. There's no way we're losing our anchor here. No way whatsoever. So this is why I'm messing around with this. We could recover this too, but that's not the main concern. The main concern is getting our anchor back. That's very important for us. So I'm going to endeavour to do that.
Yes, if you're wondering, I'm panicking, and I hope you appreciate we're recording this. Also because my back, with the weight of the belly, is quite painful. Oh no! There's a bit of drama on board.
Our anchor's got wrapped around that chain again. It's with the forward motion of that boat, but obviously we need to keep that on the go to control where we're going. Right, this is our anchor. Which usually feels quite heavy. Feels like a toothpick today. Right. We're not quite there yet, but that is a major step forward. The next step in the plan is to remove this bolt from the shackle. That'll release the bottom end of this Danforth anchor, which will then swing around wildly, hanging on the rope that I put on before. That'll then have released the chain, and we can untangle our chain from the big monster chain. Let's go in now. Okay. So now I can carefully, watching my fingers, untangle the two chains.
Be careful because there's an engine bolt.
I know.
Coming very quickly.
Okay, our chain is free. We've got our anchor back. No problem at all. Now we can decide what we're going to do with these two. And I wish I could show you the relief. In fact, I will show you the relief on Rossella's face.
Oh God, no, it's better if you don't. My belly's painful.
There you go.
Today was supposed to be a calm day. As that my belly was a bit painful.
It is a calm day. We've got our anchor back.
Yeah.
Fred's doing a sterling job steering the boat, so all is good in the world. Yeah, one Danforth. I've tidied the bow a little bit, so we're a little bit safer working around here now, and we're less likely to throw things in the sea accidentally. So now what we've got is the second anchor chain, the huge anchor chain, is choked off to this rope which is on the Gypsy, the windlass. And I've now attached a second set of lines onto the end of the chain, which is going over the bow roller, and this is going back to a winch in the cockpit. So I'm going to start winching this chain up on deck. It feels very, very heavy. We'll start to winch it up on deck and we'll see how things go. As you can imagine, you get to the limit of travel on this. It's, I think, a very long piece of chain. So I'm going to get the second winch on the go, tie this line at the bow, and then I can start taking it on that winch, and I'll just walk it up between the two winches and bring it up on deck. In the meantime,
yeah, as the adrenaline dropped,
yeah.
when we're calm, we're sailing.
Yeah, we turn the engine off and we're just sailing along, dragging an unknown quantity of old and very big chain under our bow. I was able to bring it up on deck using that method, but I've just brought up about 15 metres of it, and I was thinking, hang on a minute, what's the point in this? It's a really big chain. If I show you the size of this compared to our anchor chain, you can see, there we are, this is ours, and that's the monster that we're bringing up. So it's no use to us, and what's the point in bringing, I don't know, 300 kilos of chain onto our deck? It's going to be heavy, it's going to make us less stable, and there's no way we're going to be sticking that in our little tender and taking it ashore. So it's just a liability. I've checked on the chart. This is a good area, it's open water, 75 metres of water. There's nothing, you know, vulnerable around here. There are no pipelines or anything around here, or cables. So I'm just going to release it back to Davy Jones's locker. So I'm going to do that carefully. I'll walk it out step by step, so that it's not going out of control and, you know, taking cleats and stuff with it on its way down. I've got a knife taped to the end of this boat hook, and I'm going to cut that line. It's got X 100 kilos of chain on the end of it, so I'm being a bit cautious here. This kind of situation, something completely unplanned, this is where people lose fingers and, you know, do damage to themselves. This is why I'm being cautious like this. So hopefully this will be the end of our chain and anchor worries for the day. I tell you what, I'm ready for a little lie down now.
Forecast over Mediterranean C00 UTC on Wednesday, 16 August 2017.
Here we are then. We are anchored now in Sestri Levante. So the town is just kind of over there. There's the beach there which runs all the way along there. It's quite a long beach. There's a little port over in that direction and the main town is over there. So it's a bit of a dinghy ride into town, but I've dug the anchor in well and I'm now going to go and have un bel bagnettino. We've both just had a shower and we feel brand new. I've just got a little job to do now. The voltage meter on the house battery there, it's just playing up a little bit, so I'm going to take the electrical panel off and see if I can get that fixed. I'm just emptying and reorganising our anchor locker at the moment. There you are, there's the size of it compared to my hand. Now, what do you think? Think all this lot's going to go in there? There's only one way to find out, isn't there? There we are then, all that lot does fit in there and there's still enough room in there for our chain. Wonderful. And look at this for wonderful too. This is the view we've got this evening from our anchorage. We are very exposed here to the sea. There we are, that's a whole open area. So if it was lumpy weather, it wouldn't be a very comfortable anchorage. However, at the moment it's nice and calm, so that's not an issue.
Buon appetito!
Buon appetito!
Very nice. What are we doing, Chris?
We're making a very healthy dessert. Dark chocolate, which is of course very healthy, full of antioxidants, and it's great for your skin and vision and hearing.
And then some squirty cream, and then you're gonna see very soon.
This is the final result, and they were really easy to make, weren't they, Rossella?
Yes, chocolate it's just melting while I was picking up, and actually also the squirty cream is melting now.
Yeah, so we better hurry up and get them eaten. By the way, if anybody really believed what I was saying about dark chocolate, about all the health benefits, good for your skin, but it's all rubbish. I just made it up on the spot, so don't pay any attention to my sarcasm. How's your day been, darling?
Ready for bed.